ladies and gentlemen, Xeno scum, filthy heretics. Today, we're back with the Triple Ones Wargaming Podcast. This is episode 12, I think.
Yes.
I am your host, Zach Wallace, and I'm here with my co-host,
Jasper Axelson.
And today, we're going to talk about the Aeldari FAQ and errata, and then we're going to go into our wish list for the balanced data slate that hasn't come out yet.
As we were discussing last week, we thought it would be out because they said next week, and it is Wednesday night, and they have not done it. So
we forgot, when they say next week, they mean next Sunday.
Yeah, they mean the absolute end of the week.
Mm-hmm. So Sunday at 11:30.
Yeah. So, well, we got that Aeldari FAQ. We got that.
Some quality of life improvements.
Yeah, just basically fixing the game, making things work how you would think they would work.
Yeah.
Is essentially this whole thing.
Right, yeah. It's not balancing anything. It's just fixing mistakes.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a small indie company, so they make mistakes.
They make mistakes. They don't have proofreaders.
No.
So yeah, what are the big changes?
You want to take Quinn's and I'll take some craft roll?
Well, have I got something for you then? Troops got core.
Wow, I know there's some people that I know that thought they shouldn't have core. They have core?
It's almost like all the abilities that used to affect troops now only affect core. It would have been weird had they not gotten it.
Huh, so the one of two units that Harlequins have that isn't a vehicle or character has core?
Yeah, they're only troop choice, in fact.
The troop choice got core.
Indeed.
Okay.
It's nice. Quality of life, baby.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, yeah. I think we all could have saw that coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, we got the Solitaire Blitz changed to Blitz is a normal move. Which is kind of cool. That actually even means you can I don't know.
There's probably some fiddling around. You could check the rules and do some weird stuff.
Yeah. I know Luck of the Laughing God was changed. I believe the Solitaire used to break it because it didn't have the Sadith keyword.
No one played it like that, though.
No. But yeah, it's just you still get your luck dice. I'm trying to see. I don't really think a whole lot changed for Harlequins. That honestly looks about it.
Just kind of cleaning up.
Yeah, we'll clean up.
Craft Roll does the same. Like the luck thing, Strands of the Phoenix Lords used to break Strands of Fate, even though they had it on their data sheet. It broke it, so they just changed it to make sure, hey, you can bring your Phoenix Lords. Yunari likewise. Things used to break within Yunari, and they fixed it and said, hey, Yunari does get strands, guys. Yep, it does. So thank you, GW. Yeah. They also changed the Warp Spider's move after charge flicker jump rule. So now you can redeclare targets after the Warp Spider's move, just like every other ability like it. Mm-hmm. I think we all could have saw that coming. Baharoth changed to once per turn he can pick up and redeploy. So makes sense. He can't shoot, redeploy, charge, and then redeploy. That makes sense. You get one or the other. Yeah, you get one or the other. Then the Banshees. So the Howling Banshees, Jane Czar, and the Autarch that can take the Banshee mask. Mm-hmm. They got a little bit of a reword on their mask. So now, I guess, I didn't even know this, but I guess you used to be able to, if you declared a charge, that unit could no longer overwatch the rest of the phase or set to defend because it said it in the thing. They changed it so you have to make the charge for that or actually it's only for that Howling Banshee unit or whatever has the Banshee mask.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. I didn't even know that was a thing before. So when I read that, I was like, oh, well, yeah, duh. Mm-hmm. But, they got to write it. They got to write it in there. I get it.
You just sit at just within 12 inches, declare a charge that isn't going to go off, but hey, now they can't overwatch.
Yeah, I wish for the 2 games I played that I could use that, but
right.
Not really, but... Yeah, so, that's basically it. They just kind of cleaned up everything. Oh, also, support weapons don't have a ludicrous 7 attacks. They now have 2, which makes sense. I like the idea of them just twirling about, spinning, and attacking you, but... That was
Beyblade style.
Beyblade, let her rip. But, yeah.
I noticed one of the big things I did see here that people were talking about was, say you use Strands of Fate to replace one of the charge die with a 6.
Yes.
And then say you rolled a 1 Now, if you re-roll, people were saying, like, since you replaced that with the 6, you only re-roll the other die. So now it's saying if you do choose to re-roll it, you do have to re-roll both.
Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot. Thanks for picking that up. That was how I was playing it.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Sisters one, you don't. It explicitly says you do not, but the difference was that one explicitly said.
Yeah.
So, like, I looked at it like, well, it doesn't say, so I'm just gonna, if I have to re-roll, I'm re-rolling both.
Right.
So, yeah, I like that change. Strands of Fate are really powerful, so, I mean, they didn't need a buff.
Right, yeah. It's still a crazy good, like, that's...
It's one of, if not the best mono-faction things. Like, I'd put it up there with... I'd put it up there with Nids right now. As, like, the mono... Yeah. Like, this and Nids, I think, have the best 2 mono-faction things.
Yeah, it is not worth giving up Synaptic Imperatives.
Yeah, likewise. Not giving up Strands of Fate. Sorry, not doing it.
You know, I will say, I do hope they kind of fix that so you can at least bring, even if it's not bringing GSC and losing your, or keeping your Synaptic Imperatives, even if you can bring, like, 500 points of guard you can take with GSC without losing their faction specific.
Yeah.
Like, if you can take less than a quarter of your army is Nids with GSC and not lose your bonus.
They need to give GSC a better opportunity to soup.
Yeah, because right now, if you take Nids and GSC together, which should be extremely fluffy,
yeah,
you don't get any of their faction specific.
You neuter it so bad.
Yeah.
The most punished allies in the game.
Really, though, yeah. It really does make sense.
Like, yeah, you should, take away one of these things, but not everything from both.
Right.
Like, it's too much.
I agree. Especially when, like, Harlequins can be taken with Drakari even, and they still keep power from pain and everything.
Right, and, like, I get it. If I want to take Sisters with Custodes, I'm losing some stuff.
Right.
But, like, I still get some of my good sister stuff. Mm-hmm. And same with Custodes,
Yeah, it's not as big of a hit to you as losing Imperatives and,
Crossfire,
yeah.
Exposed and all that. Like, losing Crossfire and Exposed for they have so many things revolved around it.
It's huge.
I kind of feel like you said, like, GSC, just don't let them lose that. They don't need to lose that when they soup.
Right, they're already such a tough army to pilot.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're souping in Tyranids, you're already losing your Imperatives.
Right, like, throw them a bone, GW.
Right. Like, they can do it with Guard, let them do it with Bugs.
Right, exactly.
It's arguably even, like...
way more fluffy.
Right, like, than pairing an Imperium army. Like,
right, it makes way more sense, like, alright, the High Fleet's coming now,
It's just because they're punishing specifically the Xeno side.
Well, that's GW for you. Well, you're not Chaos, so it's not that
It could be worse,
Could be worse. Mm-hmm. So, we got that.
Chaos is basically the Xenos of power armor and such.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor Chaos. I did see that the Knights now you can soup them in without breaking stuff. Like a single Chaos Knight.
Yeah.
That's
really
cool. I was telling my friend that run a Chaos Knight with Morty and Death Guard. Mm-hmm. Just try it.
Right? Like, just see how it goes. Take some pressure off Morty.
Yeah, just to see if it works. It might work horribly, but who knows? After this Dataslate update, Death Guard might go up.
Right? I mean,
a little bit.
Knights might be crazy good and pointed to sell.
Hey, even if it's just like, this is a good unit. Pair it with Morty, now you have like, you got to kill one of them, probably not both.
Oh, yeah.
In a turn, that is. So,
yeah.
I like it.
It's all about that threat saturation.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, what do you, speaking of datasheet updates or Dataslate updates, what are you, you have a couple of these armies that people are hating right now, Zach.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you have all of them.
I've got all of the armies that people hate right now.
Yeah, because people don't hate Custodes anymore, really. Mm-hmm. It's Tau, it's Harlequins. It's Harlequins. Harlequins, and now Tyranids. People see those Tyranids rules and they despise you. They hate you, Zach.
All 3 of my factions.
You are the black sheep right now.
Yeah. I'd like to be able to play my factions without hearing about how bad it is to play against my factions.
Like Zach has started to bring cheese to Warm Game nights because he just hears wine all night. I'm sorry, that was bad. Yeah,
I was wondering where you were gonna go with that.
Yeah, no, it's like it does suck having all S tier armies. Yeah. You don't want that. But yeah, I mean, what do you think could be done about Tau? What do you think should be done about Tau?
Tau are interesting in that, like, there doesn't seem to be any, like, hugely specific, like, offenders. It's a lot of, I mean, indirect. Indirect is ridiculous.
Indirect as a whole,
Indirect is ridiculous. I think Tau, like, are priced very competitively. Like, their points cost is, they're just efficient units all around. The airbursting fragmentation projectors that you can give full rerolls to and everything, they ignore line of sight, you can give them additional AP, you're taking away the variance and the like interacting with terrain. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, terrain is supposed to be like the best way to defend yourself against hard hitting shooting armies, and when you just bypass that important mechanic, it feels bad.
Yeah. Especially like airbursting fragmentation projectors, the like crisis indirect that everyone's spamming. Those don't even come in the crisis kit.
Yep, they come in the commander kit.
So while my poor Hive Tyrant can no longer take 2 weapon options if he has wings, Tau just got to keep all of their weapon options even if it doesn't come in the kit.
Are Tau the only army in the game that kept that? Pretty much. Pretty
much. I think maybe... I can't think of any Tyranid things off the top of my head that kept that. Yeah, that's one of the only ones I can think of.
Yeah. I mean, if it... For some reason, I don't... That's right? Weird. I mean, yeah.
Like, did they need to be able to take that weapon when the army has such wide access to indirect smart missile systems?
Right.
Like... I don't think so.
No.
Even if they make it, like, even if AFPs were far better than they are now, but now you can only take them on commanders. Or the Storm Surge and such can take them too. But like...
I don't think you'd hear as much complaining about that.
No.
You're not really hearing much complaining. I mean, Eldar Indirect is really strong. Mm-hmm. But you're not hearing the same complaints as you are with Tau.
They just have so much of it.
It's like, you know, you have 2 squads all with 2 airbursts on it. That's so many shots.
And you throw the upgrade on them so they ignore cover.
Yep.
So the AP one's even bigger.
Yep, you get rerolls. Like, it's so many shots.
So many.
Yeah, I agree. I think the indirect I don't know how they adjust it, but they gotta figure that out.
I like the idea too. I've heard people saying, like, with indirect firing, no rerolls to hit with indirect. Like, if you can't see your target, you can't reroll to hit. Maybe even a -1 penalty. I think Hive Guard were a good indicator of where indirect should be, because now they're like strength 6 AP2 2 damage, but they can't like get any buffs to their hits unless like they have a synapse unit that can also see their target.
Yeah,
and they went down in power drastically. Like
I do think Hive Guard got hit. A touch too hard. Like, I think I like their weapon profile, but maybe they could have been 30 inches. 24 is a little close, but I do like that. Like, Eldar have a mechanic. If you want to get rerolls with your Shadow Weaver or Night Spinner, you have to have a Ranger unit within 12 and use a stratagem.
Yeah.
And I think the Ranger unit has to be able to see it. So it's like spotting. I love the spotter mechanic with indirect. That's cool.
I like that a lot. It makes sense. It's a fluffy way to explain it.
And it, you know, on top of it, like, it takes some skill, you know, to get that unit up there and being able, like, there's some, like, game to it, you know. It's not just, I just bring this data sheet and I run you over.
Right. Yeah. Especially when, like, terrain is such a big factor in this game right now.
Like, you need to be able to hide.
You have to. The game's way too killy to not be able to hide.
Yeah, way too killy. So, yeah. Nerf that indirect. What about... anything else?
I don't want my poor Tau to get hit too hard. But, yeah, I think nerfing indirect... maybe even bump the points up on Bodyguard Crisis a little bit. I just hate Bodyguard as a whole.
Well, I mean, I think Bodyguard is going to change in this stage.
Yeah, I really do.
I think they're changing it.
Yeah.
To what, I don't know, but something not what it is now.
Yeah, they need to fix that. That'd be my other big one. Just fix Bodyguard as a whole.
Fix Bodyguard. I'll sacrifice my sisters so every other army can live. Because, man, like, Bodyguard's just getting ridiculous.
Yeah. I could see them going to, like, old Bodyguard where, like, say you Like you fail or like you take any wounds, you take like the damage on the the damage on the bodyguard unit.
I like that.
Where it's not like you just can't target the character. It's just the bodyguards tank the wounds.
No, I've heard, like, would you rather it be like, say I shoot a 3 damage thing? Do you want that 3 damage to carry over into a single model, or do you want it to transfer to mortal wounds? What would be better there?
That's a good question. Even like, what if they did it even more marker lighty, where like you have to roll 2 ups to pass it on to the unit, and then they take mortals.
Yeah, something like that. Like, if it was the mortal wound one where it turned a damage 3 turned to 3 mortals, Sister's bodyguards would be R.I.P. But I don't know. Something to where like you're getting punished if your character's just out in the open.
Yeah.
Something could happen to the character. I do like having to roll for it too, because then it's like not automatic.
Yeah, almost like the GSC thing with the Patriarch and whatnot.
Yeah.
Where they can like tank wounds on the little dudes surrounding them.
Yeah.
But it's still losing guys.
Right. Like it just feels better than what they have now. Mm-hmm. So, yep, I like that.
Yeah, the whole untargetable thing is kind of...
It like, people are like all up in arms about Longstrike. That's his name?
Yeah, the character.
Yeah, Longstrike. And now it's like the Hive Tyrant with the 5 damage. Like, it's just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. What's next? The tank commander being bodyguarded? Like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah, bodyguard needs a rework.
It needs a rework, and I'm excited to see where they go with it, because it's, you know, there's not too many bad mechanics that the whole game has. So it's like seeing that go is going to feel pretty good for like non-interactive mechanics.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, so I'm happy to hear, and then I don't have to hear about it anymore when I play Sisters. Right. I don't have to hear about a bodyguard. It'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about Aeldari?
Aeldari, okay. I'll speak for the craft world. I'll let you take the Harlequins, but for craft world, I'm not sure, because I think it's obvious that right now they're not the biggest fish. I think since their release, I think they were like, according to that Sandman video, they were number 5 for tournament placings.
Yeah.
So they were 1 spot below Necrons, or above Necrons. So Necrons were 6, they were 5. Impressive for Necrons.
Right, not bad.
I think Orcs were above them. So Orcs, yeah. So like, obviously the big fish, Tau, Harlequins, and Custodes. So it's like, it's hard for me to gauge how strong the book is.
Yeah.
It really is, because like right now, based on like, I just averaged out the average win rate each week since their release, and I think if I did my math right, they're sitting at like a 53% win rate. That's healthy. I mean, that's not too strong.
That's not bad at all.
So like, really, I don't want to see too much change, honestly. Like, you know, if you want to rework some like Baharath, because, you know, he's crazy. I actually think the Swooping Hawks are super good, but I don't know yet. I don't know. It's hard for me to like, you know, I'm fine with the indirect getting nerfed. Like, if I think something can happen, I don't like the super indirect builds. I think that's super unfun. Yeah. Like 3 Night Spinners with 9 Shadow Weavers, like, what is that? That's some nonsense. Or like 6 indirect platforms, like, get that out of here. You know, like, I have like 1 teched in, just the tech piece. Right. But like, you know, I don't know. Like 3 to 5 is fine, but anything more gets really obnoxious. Even that's decently obnoxious. So I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on just Eldar?
Yeah, I would agree with you. Like, the Harlequins are so overtuned that it's hard to see where Craft World specific Eldar land. I know we were kind of talking about like maybe not going super hard on the Craft Worlds, just focusing on the Harlequin nerfs, and then see where the rest of the book falls after Harlequins are no longer just max Void Weavers or the auto take. You know?
Right. And speaking of Harlequins, like, yes, get Void Weavers out of here. Like, not unplayable. I never want to see anything unplayable. Right. But like 9 Void Weaver spam, get that trash out of here. Get that unkillable like 90-point thing out of here. Bump up the points change up light. You know, I've seen some stuff like maybe make light within 18 inches.
Yeah.
And then that minus 6 inch range doesn't apply to that, you know, or something. I don't know.
Right.
But make it a little less like feels bad. But like otherwise, I wouldn't do a whole lot more than that because Harlequins don't have very many data sheets, you know?
Right. If you make one kind of suboptimal, you might just never see it on the board.
Like legitimately, if you mess up like 2 units, the whole book's done. You know?
Yeah.
So like I want big change to Void Weaver. I don't want to see that spam. But then after that, tweaks here and there and then see, you know?
See, my big problem is I don't even think Void Weavers, like, undercosted, yes, but I don't even think Void Weavers are that awful. Had they kept it the same, where it was a single model unit, so at most, you could see 3 in a list.
I think that's fair. If they just went back to that, that would be fine.
Yeah, like 3 Void Weavers, they're annoying, but you can deal with that.
Yeah, like bump up the cost still, but 3 is like dealable. Like, you know, if they're 110, you know, I think 110's a start there. I'd start there, 110.
Just bump them up like 20 points. Even make that the big prismatic cannon, or prism cannon, make that 20 points.
Yeah.
Make that a 20-point upgrade.
Right? Like, you know.
Maybe even make the Haywire a 10-point or something.
Yeah, I've seen something like increase the points by 10 and then make the prismatic cannon 20. Or 15 or something like find the balance there.
I like that.
Like, I do like that because like the Haywire cannon is really good. That's not the problem.
Right.
You know,
it's good, but it's not like breaking the game at the moment.
Yeah. So I like that. Another thing too is like luck of the Laughing God. I think I would like to see. The only thing with that is maybe I don't know because like it does feel really bad when it's like okay I did 10 wounds to you, you save 5, and now you're rerolling all 5 like that like all 5 fail saves. Yeah. That feels bad, but I also don't want to limit it too much. Like that's your durability of the army.
Right.
So I don't know. Would you change anything on that?
Maybe make it... I was kind of thinking about that, too, because if you even put it as, like, 1 per phase, that starts to feel a little too restrictive.
That's too restrictive.
Like, they could do it where it's already broken down, so in, like, what is it called? Strike Force, you get 3 automatically, whatever, like that. Maybe make it where in a Strike Force, you can use 2 per phase. Or 3 per phase, just to limit it a little bit, so you can't like re-roll 5 armor saves.
Right.
Just to force you to kind of spread them out a little bit. My big thing, I could really see the Void Weavers going the way of Orc Buggies, where you can still take them in units of 3, but now you can only have 3 of the same thing, like regardless of how many units you have.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I'd rather if I was a Harlequins player, I'd rather just have 3 units of 1.
Oh,
I would rather
100%.
that be the thing than
They should have never made them squad size of 3.
What was that, GW? It was fun, but like, did you not learn your lesson, old man, from the buggies?
Right, like they did not need that, especially with how good they've gotten.
I mean, I will say they've probably sold more of those kits in the last month than they ever have. Have. There are more Void Weavers out in the ether now than there ever have been.
Well, see, everybody was running a bunch of transports. So, like, people had that, because it's the same kit. People had that kit.
Yep.
But now, if you're playing the meta, you want to be running a bunch of transports and a bunch of Void Weavers. So you don't have enough kits right now.
Yep.
You got to go out and buy, like, 6 more, even.
Yeah.
Like...
And only the diehard players had the 3.
Right. Like, nobody was running Void Weavers before this.
Nobody.
Not a chance. I played Harlequins for like, 2.5 years before, maybe 2.5, 3 years?
2, 3 years.
2, 3, something like that.
2 to 3, yeah.
Before this happened. And I've never used a Void Weaver besides maybe 1 game. Decided it was trash.
I think you tried it like 1 to 2 games, and you're like, I'm going to make this work. I got it. We put it on the table and like, what is it? I'd rather just have an empty transport.
Right.
You're like,
or just another unit of 5.
I'd rather just have anything else. Yeah. So I mean, it's cool that it's usable, but not this usable.
It shouldn't be like, oh, I'm starting a Harlequins army. I know I just start with 9 Void Weavers. What else do I take?
It shouldn't be that grug brain.
Yeah.
I agree. But yeah, maybe like some kind of luck, something with the luck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see too much because like that's your thing. You're playing pure Quins, you know, like it can get dicey. And maybe part of it is just feels bad because like you use it on the transports.
Yeah.
So like if they're nerfed along with light, maybe it doesn't feel that bad, you know?
Right.
Because you're getting more damage through. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
something needs to be done.
Yeah. Something. I mean, maybe even if it was just you get 2 per strike force instead of 3.
Right, yeah,
like
even just to drop it down.
Even just 2, because then it's like, well, now you don't get an automatic 5 because you'll roll the 2d6 and you'll get 5, you know?
Right.
Now it's like you get 4, maybe 5 if you want to get risky. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
I do like that, even just decrease it by 1.
Just 1. I think 1 you might be able to see like a little bit more balanced.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's kind of like the thoughts on the Quins. It's not too much because there's like 4 units, so...
Right, and again, like, once they nerf the Void Weavers, you kind of have to see where everything, like, shakes out.
Yeah, you really do. It's like kind of like Aeldar, where it's like, I don't really want to see almost anything because I don't know where they're at. Like, and maybe part of that's me being biased, but, like, I don't know. I haven't really seen, like, they're not stomping the meta, you know? Like, people... Like, Strands is insanely strong, I'll say that.
Strands is really good.
Like, dude, when I played against Tau over the last weekend, and I was rolling 2 6s each battle round, and I was playing all the way, so I had invulnerable. So it was like, all right, 2 wounds go through, damage 4, okay, 2 6s. Like my stuff I was like, I feel like a Harlequin. They just don't die.
Right.
Like it's super strong. But
that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see where things are. I don't like the super hammer approach where you just hammer everything down.
Right.
I like nerfing like the problems and then seeing where we're at.
Yeah.
Know?
They don't need to get too liberal with their nerf hammer.
Yeah, right? Like no one wants the GSC where GSC were really good when they came out, but they were also high skill cap. They were like they were 55% win rate ish, and then GW said we're going to nerf absolutely everything. And they went to the toilet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's tough when you only got a few data sheets.
It is.
Like, really.
Right?
It's a hard thing to balance.
Yeah. Speaking of few data sheets, Custodes. Now, what do you think of Custodes right now in the meta?
You know, honestly, like, when you compare them to everything else that's out there in the wild, are they really that bad anymore?
I don't think so. Like, I've played against them. You know, like, I've played a game with them. I don't know. They're strong. They're really strong. Really high floor. That's a thing, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, I'm not that scared of them with my Eldar. I'm like, I just move around you. You move 6 inches.
Right.
What can you really do? Like, I think Trajan should go up, obviously. Trajan's way too cheap 160. Everyone knows this. After that, I don't know. Like, bikes maybe can go up a little bit, but I don't want to see them even go up that much.
I mean, how many wounds are bikes?
5.
Are they 5?
Yeah.
I mean, my Shard Gullet can kill a unit of 3 bikes.
Yeah, you know.
Not too difficult.
Each failed save kills a bike.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some people say, like, they want that 4-up mortal shrug thing from the Emperor's Chosen to go up to 5-up, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think they need that to go up, you know? Like, it's strong, but, like...
They're already super susceptible to mortals. Like,
you get 20 model, you know, like they still like it's a 4-up, but it's still half the time. Half of them are going through,
right?
You know, like
it was always a big weakness they had.
A huge weakness. So like I don't know, like I think they could go back to their pre-chapter approved points, maybe, and maybe still bump up Trajan to like 200 flat.
Yeah,
I don't know, something like that, and then wait and see.
Right?
Like, I don't know. I'm not really that scared of them, honestly. Are they really that bad? Like, high floor, yes, but, like, some army has to have a high floor, you know? There's got to be some army with it. Why not them?
Like, when they first came out and were causing problems, it was basically them and Tau.
Yeah.
Were the ones causing problems.
And you know what? I think a lot of that was Tau was killing, like, I've heard someone say this, like, Tau was killing the natural predator of Custodes, which is MSU.
Oh, fair.
Because, like, Tau, with their indirect, obliterates MSU, and now, you know, we're seeing it with Aeldar and seeing Custodes drop. Like,
yeah.
Custodes are no longer at that, like, Omega level win rate. You know, and as time has gone on, I think we've kind of figured out a little bit how to beat Custodes too.
Yeah, they're a little more solvable than some of the others.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I just don't think they're that... Like, I've seen some people suggest, like, hey, let's bump up the cost of the no reroll strat, and it's like, it's really powerful, but man, I don't know, because if you bump it up to 2 CP, it was 2 CP in the last, with the last iteration of the rules. You only got to use it, like, 2 turns, and now all your stuff just dies after that.
Yeah.
You know, like, they kind of... It sucks, but they kind of need it.
Right.
And, you know, they still can only put it in one spot. Like, just be smart with how you're shooting. Split fire, make them have to use it, and then kill whatever is not being debuffed.
Bait out the strat.
Yeah, bait it out. Like, there's ways around it. I'm not really... I'm not really on the nerf Custodes train too much.
Right. I just think they're a little easier and less uninteractive than, say, like, Tau or Harlequins.
Yeah.
Are horribly uninteractive. You just set your army up and then you start picking your army up.
Yep, exactly. Whereas, like, Custodes, it's like they don't have oppressive shooting. It's just efficient. Like, they're really durable, but at the same time, like, you can still pick them up. Like...
Right.
I don't know. I don't think they're too bad.
No.
I don't think they're too bad.
No. I think they scared everyone when they first came out and then started adapting a bit.
Speaking of adapting.
Hey,
you know, we know bugs aren't going to get nerfed.
Not in this one.
No,
no.
Absolutely
There's no
not.
chance.
There's absolutely not. The most that would happen would they would give us clarification on Crusher and Leviathan, but it's GW, and we know that if we have a question about something, they will not answer it. So I'm not expecting anything with that.
Could you imagine if they told us whether Crusher and Leviathan were legal in a?
I mean, what if they just said yes?
Just these are legal now.
These are both legal. Like, I think you would still see some TOs go, no, thank you. Like, we're not allowing this.
Yeah.
Like,
and really, like I've talked to people that thought it was ridiculous that they were banning Crusher specifically, and now like, oh, if you ban one, you have to ban all armies of renown. I mean,
okay.
Okay, right?
Yeah, like, please.
Should they have been in competitive 40k to begin with?
I don't like armies of renown at all, to be honest with you. They're fun, they're fluffy, they're great on like fun Tuesday nights when you're just playing and playing Beer Hammer.
Right.
But like, how do you balance that? You know, like, how do you balance like this weird skew army? Like, I thought they were getting rid of that with Vigilus. Like, I thought the whole reason we got rid of Vigilus was to get rid of that.
Yep, they're like, wow, specialist detachments maybe shouldn't be a thing, but look at these armies of renown we got.
Like, they essentially just went, we don't want specialist detachments from this old book, but check out this new book with a specialist detachment. Like, that's what they did.
Yeah.
So
armies of renown totally aren't specialist detachments.
Yeah, like, get that out of here, you know?
Yeah, I don't think they have a place in competitive. It's just more to balance.
It is, yeah. And like, I get like, oh, we have to ban, are we going to ban things just because they're strong? And it's like, yes. No, but like, you know, Nids with Crusher is, that's so strong, man. It's so, like, they have no way of needing that. Like,
right.
I don't know. It's a lot. So, but at this, I don't know. I don't expect to see any clarification with that for months, like truly months. So, hopefully, you live in an area with a TO that is kind to you, that loves you, that isn't a Nid player. If he's been overtaken by the hive mind, you're done. Play bugs, but Tyranids will be our new overlord, regardless.
Oh, they're really good. I don't think they really need Crusher and Leviathan.
I don't think so at all. I think, like you said when we were going over the leaks, they're gonna be utterly broken with Leviathan, and you were right. Like, utterly broke. Like, you think
if they keep those supplements,
you think Void Weavers are bad? Check this out, Daddy. Like, this isn't just some spam Grugbrain shit. You're gonna have like high IQ. Like, you're not. What are you gonna do? It's like playing against real Tyranids. And
like, where Harlequins have 8 data sheets, Tyranids are deep.
This is a deep book.
Very deep book. Like, they have answers to just about everything in that book.
Yep. Like, meta doesn't matter what the meta is. They can answer.
Their only weakness that I can think of right now is they are much slower than they used to be. So they will have a hard time catching you if you are Aeldari or anything like that has some super quick shit. Is it enough to bring them down from S tier? No.
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 I'm excited to get some games into it. We haven't yet been able to play, and I gotta see, like, is the speed, like, am I able to kite you enough? Is that enough of an advantage?
Yeah.
Like, can I kite you? Because if I can kite you, then yes, it is an advantage. But, you might be able to adapt. And I'm sorry.
There's gonna be a lot of adapt jokes here.
Quite a bit. Like, if you bring 2 nutsack drop pods with like brain bugs turn 1, like, fuck, if there's 2 of those things turn 1, like,
right.
Like, if you bring like a hard hitting, just easy to build mortal list like that, I don't know that you need the speed. You have the 2 nutsacks turn 1 with the mortal out of line of sight stuff, and then your rest of your army has time to catch up for a turn.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the 2 nutsacks.
I will say people aren't super hot on Jormungandr right now.
Jormungandr?
If you say Jormungandr, I push stop and then go listen to some other podcast. No,
you gotta just go ahead and break your models.
Jormungandr. But no, I think it's being slept on a little bit. I just love the idea of, like, turn 1, you got 2 ball sack drop pods, the T-sites.
Yep.
They look awful. But you drop both of those in their face, and then your next turn, you can drop, like, a couple acid spray Tyrannifexes or whatever your heart desires right in their backfield.
Yep.
Just as a harassment
That
thing.
is some just pressure, man. Pressure, like, whoo, shit. Like,
I do still want to try, because I can reliably deep strike charge a Dima now.
Yeah.
Which is just fun. I wouldn't take it to
a lot of fun
tournament.
to Jormungandr. You shouldn't have said that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final episode.
Yeah, but I like that, though. Like, I have heard, like, yeah, people are down on it, but man, it's like still good. Like, think about how good that is, and people are down on that. Like, how good that is. I've been looking at Kronos, man. Kronos is so good.
And it has access to the lurk tree.
Yes,
which
it does.
Is the obsec monsters, pluses to deny and reroll denies, like that kind of stuff.
I got some scary, like, when demons come out, I'm thinking Kronos is coming out.
Honestly, though.
Like, that, talk about, like, hey, our friend's got the demons coming out. Hee hee hee. Yeah, take some Kronos for your ass, bud.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, sadly Tyranids won't be touched in this.
Won't be touched.
Guaranteed.
I mean, yeah.
They definitely need to take the Maliceptor down a notch. Maybe even just make his extra mortals, it has to be against something visible.
That would help a lot.
Yeah.
If it was visible, that would help. Like, it has to be closest visible within 12.
Right. That would help a lot.
That helps a lot. Like, not being visible is like, man, I can't do anything against this thing.
Right. I can just advance right up the board if you're hiding behind a ruin. I don't care. I'll just cast buff powers and whatnot, and I'll still be doing mortals to you.
Right. Like, it's just... The Tyrannid book has so many different ways to do mortals. It's crazy. Yeah. I thought the Eldar book had a lot. Bugs got a lot, too.
There's a whole lot.
Yeah. I think, honestly, too, like, the change of bodyguard is going to affect the bug builds, too. Like, not being able to have the Hive Tyrant be bodyguarded, that's a big deal.
Yeah, like, that'll change a lot.
That's actually a really big deal. Like, now I can shoot that thing? Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, I would like to see that toned down.
Yeah, so, like, that'll be nice, because that will change. Like, guarantee you, by the time you're listening to this, bodyguard will have changed.
Yeah.
So
please,
if it's not, I mean, it's going to be released Sunday night at 12, so this might come out before. But hey, but I think being able to shoot tyrants will feel good. You know, just more interactivity in the game. And I'm interested to play against Nids, though. I mean, you got the Cell Tower thing. I wonder how much, like, is there enough play in that to disrupt it? Like,
it's tough. It
is tough, but, like, you know, if I see that middle unit is tying up the army, can I kill that? You know, I don't know. I don't know if there's enough play there. I know they want to castle up, but I don't know. I got to play into them. I always say that. I always say I got to play into the army first. I said it about Tau. I said it about Crusher. I have to play into it.
Yeah, I don't like calling things broken or anything until I have seen it in person.
Yeah, like I can read the Tyranid book and go, yeah, this is strong.
Oh yeah,
this is
100%.
really strong. But like, I gotta play it, man. I gotta play it.
Yeah, I just don't like jumping on the, well, it's broken. There's so many people like on the internet and stuff that just, they see something strong and they immediately just call it toxic and broken. It's like, it just gets irritating.
I mean,
after a while.
Our friend said and I said, like, I had them take pictures of the game just so I could look at it.
Right.
You have surprisingly less stuff on the table than I would have thought for bugs.
Yeah, I mean, there is like some stuff that went up in points. There are some things in the book that are very aggressively priced, but overall, I do feel like I have less than I used to.
Yeah. Which is like the Art of War guys I think said like the big bugs are criminally undercosted, but the little bugs are criminally overcosted for what they give you.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So, but yeah, like you had a lot less than you would think. Mm-hmm. So like that gives that is a thing. Like I look at the Eldar Codex and I go, man, I'm gonna build the most broken list ever, and I go, oh, this is 2,600 points. Yeah. I can't bring all this, And I feel like maybe the bug list is the same way. It's like I am gonna bring the most broken crap, and it's like, oh, well, I have to trim this down,
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I'm not saying they're not strong, and I'm not saying they don't need to be toned down, but, like, it's hard, like, I'm not going to jump to any, like, super broken, kill this army,
Right, yeah. I will be holding off on buying a second Maliceptor, though.
Ah, yes.
Just in case.
You never know. Mm. Like, I could see a points increase on that little baddie, that little bad boy, that little bad bug.
My think tank.
Yeah, but you will be running that Tyrannifex.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for the Tyrannifex a lot. And the Harpy, man. Harpies are so good.
Oh, I'm excited to see the Harpy. Not really, but I am.
Move 40 inches, double Venom Cannon you in the face, and then just pick them up and deep strike them next turn.
Ooh. That's good.
I like it.
What does the Venom Cannon do again?
It's 3 shots apiece, but the Harpy gets 2 of them. Yeah, so it's 6 shots. Strength 9, AP 3, flat 4 damage.
Oh, with the flyer. Ooh. Oh,
with the flyer.
No, and no interaction for you, little bud. Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. I see that. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Bad.
I see why people like that. Was it down on 3s?
What's that?
Does it hit on 3s?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it moved to 3s. I think it used to be 4s.
Barely does anything. Well, that thing will have to die turn 1.
Yeah,
I like those, though. I like those units that, like, your opponent is like, I know you want me to shoot at this, but I still have to shoot at it.
Right, yeah.
Like, those are good.
Like, if you're shooting at my Harpy, then you're not shooting at my other stuff.
And it's like, you know that, and I know that you know that, but I still have to do it.
Right. And although I will say, the Harpy is now, like, actually an aircraft, so it does not benefit from obscuring anymore.
Right.
Which is big.
It's nice. It does make it so you can actually kill it if you go second.
Right.
Or go... if you go second, and I go first. Yeah. Yeah. So all in all, I mean, as for buffs, like... I mean, 8th edition codices right now, as it is, they're... I don't know how much you do with them. You just increase the points and just tell these guys to wait. It is what it is. But like things like Death Guard, I just kind of want to see undo what they did and then maybe drop them a little bit more. Like, there's no way a Deathshroud Terminator should be anywhere close to the price of a Crisis Suit. That makes absolutely no sense. So, like, drop those bad boys. And I don't know what else you do with them. I mean, like, I've seen... I like the idea of, like, giving them, like, an extra ability for their contagion. So it's not just -1 toughness, but you also give them the Warlord trait of their selected, like, chapter. Yeah. So, like, Mortarian's Anvil Warlord trait is, like, this contagion also has... if you're within contagion, you don't reroll anything. I like just giving that whole army that contagion.
Yeah, instead of just like the few like, linchpins.
Just see what it does. See if maybe that is too strong, but like just check it out. Death Guards suck right now. Like throw it out there.
Shit. With the new codices that are coming out right now, like would Death Guard being overpowered for a couple weeks like really
right, like that's the fun thing. Like I'd rather an army that's been like this, throw it out there, oh, this is too strong. Well, at least, like, you know, the people that are playing are like, heck yeah, you know, they're enthused,
Right.
they're juiced up.
You can dial it back a little after that, but, like...
Right, and, like, Sisters, I don't know what to see with Bodyguard. I'd like to see them... I mean, they nerfed Sacrosanct, they bumped him up 2 points, and everyone's still bringing 30, so maybe they were right on that. But, like, let's drop Paragon Warsuits down, let's drop the Immolator down, like, the stuff you never see, drop it down. Like, Paragon Warsuits are still... Why are they more than a Crisis suit? No, get that, no. And undo the Cherub nerf. Is it really that bad that I can shoot 2 Cherubs in a turn? Like, is that bad, GW?
They're
No.
single use.
Yeah, they're single use. The unit itself is a single use unit. When my Retributor is exposed, they're done. They're dead.
Yeah, once you come out, shoot, use a Cherub, get an extra shot, the odds of your unit then surviving to even get to use the second Cherub, you may as well just use 1 Cherub.
Yep, you might as well just buy one. So unnerf that, and then I don't know, like maybe drop some other things in points, but just I don't know.
Yeah.
See where it goes.
Right. And like with the Death Guard contagion idea, like even if every unit in the army getting a contagion range is like too strong, maybe just give it to all the core.
Yeah.
Core and characters get contagion range.
Yeah. Core and characters, yep.
Something like that.
I like that. So like
Plague Marines get it. They should.
Yeah. Like man, I really ever since I don't know if I saw it, I don't know if I came up with it. I'm gonna say I came up with it. I'm gonna take credit. I love that idea. I'm like that would be. I feel like that might actually do it, because like there's another one too where it's like if you're within contagion, half your movement.
That'd be big.
That's so strong. If your whole army had that, you know, like that's so good.
Yeah, like my Tyranids, I can give them fall back and charge, but if I'm falling back and moving half, like. I might not get very far. I might not be able to charge anything else.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Death Guard needs something.
Right. And hey, if Core gets contagion range, you might see a Plague Marine every now and then in the wild.
You know what? I haven't played Death Guard, but I don't think Plague Marines are that bad. Shoot me.
They're not...
Like, I don't think they're that bad.
They need to be better.
What are they, like 21 points a model?
I know
they're 105 for the unit?
They cost more than like Thousand Suns Rubricae, and they're worse. And
that's like, a penalty on Rubricae.
Fair, but
here's my thing. I mean, they are 2 wounds, T5, 3 up, 5 up, neg 1 damage.
It's not
throw
terrible,
that on a backfield objective, out of line of sight, and call it a day.
That's
how you
fair.
doing? Keep it moving. Like they're sitting there and they're getting their stuff done. Like make them more killy. I'm fine with that, but like I don't know. I feel like they're not that bad. Sue me.
For make them more killy, just make their plague bolters plague weapons.
Yes.
Give them the reroll ones to wound.
Give them reroll ones to wound. Make them a little more like scary and melee. Like that is one thing with Death Guard. Like their Terminators, I'm always like, I kind of hit like a wet noodle.
Right.
Like I always thought that their Terminators need to hit just a little bit. Like their Terminators should leave no survivors.
Yeah. Have you seen those giant power scythes?
Yeah, like those should be just sweeping over their foes.
They should be terrifying.
Yeah, so I don't know what they'd even have to do. That's just like whole new rules. So it's like I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Marines. I'm not really concerned about Marines with the data sheet update. Just undo some nerfs and then call it a day. They're getting Marines 2.0. We know this.
Right, it's gonna happen.
The rumor is out. We know that they're gonna get it. Rumors are never wrong, folks. Like squats are out. I don't know other rumors, but like the Eldar rumors, like when rumors come out, even though that they're not always right, they're always right. So Marines 2.0 Marines 2.0 is inevitable. Like, it truly is inevitable.
Could you imagine if Marines 2.0 came out before Chaos even got a book?
I want this to happen.
Just for the meme.
I want this. Like, you can have Demons come out for sure, but, like, before CSM...
Give Marines a second book.
Oh, the rage, the salt.
Marines, so I think it's going to go Knights and Chaos Knights.
Yep.
Then it's going to go Marines 2.0. Then it's going to go motherfucking Squats. And then Chaos will get
We got Guard in there. We'll go Guard before Space Marines.
Yep, make them dead last. Year of Chaos.
Yep. Year of Chaos. Year of Chaos, right? It's almost May. Year of Chaos.
Maybe they meant that as in a year of chaos, as in like an incredibly chaotic, tumultuous meta. It had nothing to do with chaos as a faction, just that this edition was going to be chaotic as shit.
Yep, I'm fine with that. Like we didn't know what they truly meant by that. It was the Tau. They were talking about Tau and Harlequins.
Yeah, it was going to be a chaotic meta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
just squat chaos.
Squat them. Get them out of here. Put them in Legends.
Just the whole faction.
Just Legends.
Yeah. Chaos needs a little bit of love. I did love that, like, tongue-in-cheek, like, 2-wound preview. Like, dude.
I mean,
those bastards.
Maybe I should play Drakari, because I do like seeing the salt.
Like, all the anger towards me is thematic now.
It's fun, you know?
Right?
Chaos, Space Marines, and salt. What goes better?
Yeah. But that's exciting. I mean, once Knights come out, what is it? It's Chaos Demons, Chaos Space Marines, Guard, and potentially World Eaters?
And Squats.
And Squats, and Squats, man.
I'm predicting Squats fourth quarter, similar to the Sisters release, where it came out in like December.
Mm-hmm. So wasn't the Sisters release also an April Fool's thing?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I heard. Yep. I'm like, those rats. They just do that. What the heck?
Right?
We'll remember for the next time.
Well, that's like when I can't remember who sent it in like our Triple Ones group chat, and they're like, "Oh, April Fool's at Squats." And I was like, "Nope, double bluff. Guaranteed Squats are coming out."
Called it immediately.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "There, those bastards are doing it."
They're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they said something. Maybe next year it'll be like a Primarch. Like they'll say something about a Primarch release, or maybe they'll just release it at Decticon. I don't know.
Dude, I will say, like, I don't play Power Armor. It's like I've never played Marines. I've tested them out for like little test runs a couple times.
You've
but
played them.
I've played them. I don't own Power Armor.
Okay.
But if they release a Demon Primarch Angron with a World Eaters Codex,
I'm not saying, but World Eaters, my man.
I mean,
you
just get him to yell blood for the Blood God.
You might have to.
Imagine if they got an updated Primaricized Berserker.
I think they have to. With the they have to.
Give me new Berserkers. Give me an Angron model. I might not be able to resist.
New Karn.
Oh god.
Ooh, New Karn. You know New Karn's coming.
I don't think I'd be able to resist. I really don't.
I don't think you would. I don't know if my little meta hopping ass could resist.
Like, I've been thinking even like Space Wolves as a chill army just to run up in combat. But
right.
World Eaters.
The ultimate.
And then if I don't beat my opponent, what is it? They have to take a world in 13 minutes, or he like a member of each squad is killed when they get back to their like ship. So we'll have to play where if you don't table the opponent in 13 minutes, you have to smash one model from each unit.
It's an expensive army.
It's an expensive army, man. I hope they're costly points-wise.
I hope they're good. I hope they're OP.
Ugh. Yeah. That'd be fun, though.
That would be fun. I will say, too, the next Primarch that comes out, I'm playing it. Loyalist.
You're like, Loyalist. Screw that demon shit.
I mean, if it's the Khan... Rogaldorn.
Not a big fan of Jagatai Khan.
I do actually like him, but I want to see the lion.
Right.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
I need the lion.
Lionel Johnson gets a model. That'd be.
We know. I mean, I feel like we kind of know. Like, he's the most logical. I mean, it's like him.
Right.
Like, because not only is he just in a rock, but like he's just under a rock,
just hanging out.
figuratively and literally. But like, he's also like a great like antagonist kind of to Gilliman, because they never like they kind of have like their quarrels. So like,
right.
You know, it's like the whole 40k, everybody fights, haha. So like, it's like another great addition to that, you know.
Yeah.
But man, a nice lion model with the sword. You know, he's gonna just be a beast in combat with that sword. Ooh,
that would be glorious.
Could not resist.
Might have to pick up some Terminators.
Some Deathwing with the hoods.
Oh, hooded robed power armor is
The best.
My favorite power armor.
It's the best.
It really is.
Wait till you see my Templar conversions. Wait. In 10 years when they're unveiled. Just you wait.
I am excited. That's cool. I didn't know that was in the pipes.
It's in the pipes. It's in the pipes.
You know, coming down the pipes.
It's coming down the pipes.
I didn't know you were working on that. I'm excited to see those.
It'll be fun.
I am a sucker for a robed knight themed like Space Marine.
Knight Templar. I mean, so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Love the aesthetic.
Right? But yeah.
I will say I do also like your Black Templars, like your color scheme, like the
thank you.
The like I described it as like a parchment white on their pauldrons.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a white pauldron.
Like
it's like that, bone kind of like aged, like aged parchment kind of I love it. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, like I really like the white, but the off-white's cool. Kind of gets my like not painting all the way from my Eldar out.
Right.
Honestly.
Right.
It's like similar colors, so it kind of gets that out of me.
And it has that like kind of like more grim dark space cathedral vibe, like the parchmenty kind of bone color,
like dark, like grim darky.
Yeah, it feels like kind of archaic and grim dark. Yeah,
now I want to paint my Templars. What are you doing to me? I'm trying to finish my Eldar. What are you doing?
I want to see those rogue Templars, baby.
I do want to get those on the table. I do. Hey, maybe now I won't feel bad about bringing Templars.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of hard to feel bad about that.
in the meta currently, yeah, I don't think Black Templars are too bad.
You think people, like I said, people are gonna be praying for my Black Templars. I said that when Custodes came out, like people will be begging me to bring Templars.
Yeah,
I think they're at that point.
You're like, hey, I can finally bust them out.
Hey, Eldar Templars. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh man, yeah.
It's the world we live in now.
Right, I'm almost hoping for an Index 10th edition, you know what I mean?
Honestly, yeah.
They really ramped up the power again.
GW, baby, what is you doing?
What is you doing? Yeah.
I don't know. It's disheartening even as for you, like playing an army that's overpowered, like you don't want to be doing that. Like, is it fun for tournaments? Sure. Mm-hmm. But like, you don't play. Most of your games aren't tournament games.
Exactly.
They're fun, like Tuesday games. You know,
like just hanging out and playing a game. It's not fun having an overpowered faction for that.
No, like you don't want to see the look of your friends' faces as you crush their soul, take their spirit.
Yeah, unless you're Drakari.
Like you're taking souls. So
they're delicious.
Are they?
Just ask the Catan.
I mean. You don't need a shot for salt anymore. So there's that. I mean, that's nice.
Close the mines.
Save money.
Yeah.
That's nice. But you've also killed everyone in your path.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want the game to be balanced. I want everyone to have like a chance.
Yeah, just a chance, you know. It's never going to be perfect, but just enough. Right. Just enough.
Yeah. I am a little worried now that they're throwing squats in the mix. It's another thing that they have to worry about balance.
Yeah, just another thing.
Oh, but if the rest of their sculpts are cool, I could see myself picking up
just
squats.
Just a small little army. Just a little 1,000 point.
I don't want them to be Imperium.
It'd be kind of cool if they were like Xenos. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I could see them kind of retconning things a little bit, like the whole abhuman thing, and making them a little more Xenos, like a little more distant from humans.
Yeah.
But I could also very easily see them just being Imperium.
If I had to put money on it, I'd say Imperium.
Yeah.
Just because, but I think it'd be cool if they chose not to.
Right.
Like,
it'd be more interesting.
Yeah. Like, they're allies, but they're also not, I don't know.
They'd be, the 18th Imperium faction, technically?
Right. Yeah. It'd be kind of cool to have, a abnormal human... I mean, it's kind of like elves. Like, elves are humanoid. Like,
right.
You look at an Eldar, you're like, I mean, that's a human.
I mean, most of the aliens in 40k are pretty humanoid aliens.
It's kind of hard to make things that aren't humanoid.
Right.
Because, how can you imagine something that doesn't exist on our, metaphysical level,
Right. But it's really why I like Tyranids, too.
Yeah.
They're the most aliens.
They really are, yeah. That's kind of why I like Xenos too, because it's like we're playing a sci-fi game. I want to play the
Right.
I want to play like the aliens.
Oh
you know?
yeah. I'm a filthy Xenos fanboy.
The Templar in me just wants to just stab that out of you.
Suffer not.
The Xenos to live.
Yeah, I love it. But Xenos are fun. I'd like to have another Xenos faction I could play.
Right.
But that might be my first Imperial army.
Interesting.
Strange. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with them.
Yeah.
Bring back the land train.
Bring it back and
Yeah.
full force.
I want it too where like the cars you can like connect them and add cars like depending on what upgrades you take, so you can just have this long ass train with different gun cards.
We kind of saw like a Necromunda train. You saw that,
right?
So I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, the land train's coming.
The land train.
It's coming. Be prepared.
Oh god!
All aboard.
Imagine it's on like 5 night bases. That'd be hilarious.
Have them like orc buggy bases.
Really?
Ooh, and just you can like snake around the board. Think of the move blocking.
Oh god!
Oh no!
There's no way. Yeah. Like,
oh no! Can you imagine just sneaking across and just playing just
land train conga line?
Oh no! What have we done?
Yeah. You know what? I'd be a little surprised if they bring back the land train.
It's coming, Zach. Be ready.
I hope it is.
The land train is coming.
I really hope it is.
All aboard.
You know, if they kind of lean into like the old like when squats were still a thing, they kind of had like a Viking biker theme going.
Yeah.
A lot of winged hammer aesthetics and like there's trikes and bikes galore. That'd be kind of a fun mechanized army.
Yeah, I don't remember if I said this last week, but I like the idea of like somewhat like the Age of Sigmar-ish style. Not completely because you know it's fantasy, but like I don't know, like the gyro.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the Da Vinci almost style.
Right.
I kind of like
steampunk kind of
steampunk,
look to it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
I do like
so
a little.
cool.
I do like a little steampunky.
Right. It's very cool. I think you were the one talking about even like using some of the Sigmar stuff as conversion pieces and whatnot for kit bashes and everything. I like that.
Yes, right. Even if it doesn't, even if they don't go a steampunk route, you could still like have your own like little.
Right.
I might. I mean, it might even be more cost effective too. Honestly.
Really. I mean, yeah. It'd be even cool just to have a steampunked out like HQ choice. Like this is his thing. He's really into the whole steampunk deal.
Everyone's kind of weirded out by it, but
but he's really into it.
And he's really good, so no one says anything.
Right. Like that dude knows how to mine some ore.
Yeah, he knows how to just mine.
Dwarves.
Little people.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Basic. Yeah. I'm excited. Even if I am not a huge fan of the range and I don't decide to go with him, just to see someone else playing with dwarves.
Right. I'm thinking we're gonna see a lot of dwarves.
Yeah, I am too. People are just gonna be excited that they're back.
Yeah. Right. I gotta like the vehicles. I think for me.
Yeah.
I gotta like the vehicles. If I don't like the vehicles, I'm not gonna get squads.
I don't like people are saying the basic infantry looks real like basic sci-fi, but infantry's never been like super crazy looking.
No, I mean, yeah, like
I could see them going more extravagant for the bigger models.
Yeah, I don't need the rank and file to blow my socks off, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
but I thought they were really cool looking still.
Yeah, I liked them. I don't know. I
liked them a lot.
A lot of people are just too little anal. I don't know.
It's hard to please everybody.
It really is, and you only see like the vocal minority that dislikes something, you know.
Right.
Or
yeah.
is like complaining about something, you know.
It's always the vocal minority.
Like I like the new Dark Reaper sculpts, and I guess people didn't like them. I don't know.
I loved them.
I like. Oh heck yeah! And I found out a lot of people didn't like them.
They just revised the classic sculpt. I love it.
The only thing I didn't like is, of all the aspects, I didn't think they needed it, but
fair. Yeah, there's some that could use it a lot more.
Spiders.
Warp spiders, scorpions, swooping hawks,
fire dragons,
dragons.
dragon.
Yeah, there's a lot of aspects that could use it.
Yeah, it's okay though.
We're getting there.
It's okay. I'm not gonna complain about it.
Oh God, no.
Not gonna
it's
complain,
just nice getting some new sculpts.
It is, yeah. Really is.
I'm telling you, if they update the other aspect warriors, I will start an all aspect army.
You have to. Right now, my list, besides the fire prisms, everything is only one of. It's a Highlander list.
That's cool.
I have all the aspects I own.
It's like a true toolbox.
Yeah, like I have every. I don't have Dark Reapers or fire.
Nobody
dragons,
does.
or fire dragons, but I have most aspects in this list. It's cool, like you said. It's a toolbox. It's fun.
That's very cool.
Got one Warp Spoder, one Swooping Hawk, one Howling Banshee. You know, it's cool.
That is really cool. It's always a lot of fun too, because then you get to play with like more of your cool units rather than just like here's one cool unit times 10.
Yeah, like I do think. It seems like in this edition, unless something stupid like Void Weavers, it's usually best to like run pairs, like run 2 Maleceptors versus 3. But
yeah,
I will say, having a nice internally balanced book allows me to just bring tons of different bring different units that fulfill the same role. Like I could spam and maybe it would be technically better, but I don't have to, and it's nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. I just don't like spam lists. They don't look visually appealing.
No, it doesn't look like an army. Like, the army that I have, it's like, everything's different. Like, that looks like an army, That looks like a 40k army.
Especially a Craft World army, where they got, like, a couple of these specialists that are doing their mission, and these specialists are doing their thing, and it all ties in.
All different aspect colors, Like,
because the seers knew exactly who to deploy.
Yep.
Everybody's got their task. I love it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, very cool. I am really excited for our Aeldari versus Tyranids game.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Very good.
It'll be very good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, should that wrap us up?
Yeah, and that just about covers my feelings on the topic.
Hit about an hour or 7.
Hey,
Thought it'd be a quick one, but not so quick after all.
Turns out when you just start rambling about your hobbies, it fills up time.
You can spurg out pretty easily. Quite easily. But yeah, next week, hopefully we'll be able to go over the Dataslate update.
Right.
I mean, at this point, it'll have been out for a week, so maybe we can give like a little bit like, hey, you can see this. I don't know.
More testing before we talk about it.
Yeah, a little more testing.
Yeah.
And then in the end of the month, we got an RTT coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. We'll recap that in like 3 weeks or whatever.
Right.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, just a little RTT at Warforged just popped up.
Yeah.
Just opened up, I think, in like November.
Yeah, a couple months, like 6 months ago, something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Owner's Cool.
Yeah, Owner's Cool is running his first like tournament like that, so wanted to support it.
Go check it out. See some people in the area.
Yeah, we wanted to see the local scene, see if we can like bolster the competitive scene.
Right. Yeah,
like that's
nice.
I want to, I want to like foster it and help, like show people the way,
Oh yeah, yeah, it'll be really cool.
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
What faction you taking?
You know it. Necrons. No.
Wait.
Whoa. I'm taking my Aeldari.
Oh, yeah.
I am going for a dub.
I will be taking my Tyranids. I'm going in to pick up my Codex, cards, dice, and the Parasite of Mortrex this Saturday.
Yep. I will sabotage that so you cannot bring them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm bringing the Aeldari. We know this. Actually, I do want to check, because if he does a painting requirement, not bringing the Aeldari. Not.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he does the 10 points.
I don't think he will, because it's an RTT.
Right.
And that people don't like that.
Yeah.
Not at RTTs.
Yeah.
People don't like that.
Yeah, people don't like losing because their stuff's not painted.
No.
Which I get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
For an RTT.
For an RTT, yeah. They're
GTs
supposed to be just... Yeah, GTs, you should have it painted. But yeah, RTT is just supposed to be casual.
Just people testing out new combos.
Yeah. But yeah. With that, we will check you guys out next week.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but...
Take care.